Whoa! What's going on, guys? This is Grim Reaper coming back with the day before the chapter release. We've had some obstacles throughout the week. I'm actually having a really big issue in my personal life, financially wise. So I'm having to struggle with that. So if anything changes on the channels for those reasons, I'll try and get back to you guys or update you guys along the way. I could really use the help on Patreon or whatever on Cash App. If you guys want to support the channel and support just me and my endeavors and me trying to get back up, go ahead and I'd really appreciate it. But let's get to the real shit. All that shit aside, you know what we here for, bro? Them poll questions, boy. All right. So for this portion's poll question, we asked would Metal, remember this is webcomic only or non-webcomic only, manga only. Would Metalbat survive the damage and fighting ability that Darkshine has shown so far in chapter 126? So obviously we're taking into context Metalbat's fight back in the day up against Garou, and we're also taking into context, like I said, chapter 126. Some differing opinions. Something I wasn't really expecting this. I kind of was, but you think there'd be more respect for Metalbat, but as you can see, 76%, bro. 76% of niggas think Darkshine is just clapping, and I guess this is more acceptable because it's the only thing I can really do is just dive into the comments because I don't know, I can't really justify it. So we're gonna start off with the let me see if we have any Patreon sponsored comments. We're gonna do those first. Okay, yeah, here we go. So our first patron, Phoenix Man, his response to the question is, if you take into account the audiobook where Metal Knight is able to fight against Carnage Kabuto in Carnage mode for a couple minutes, I think he could probably take a standard punch or two. That's it, nigga? What the fuck? But I don't think he could take a Super Alloy Bazooka. We don't even know what that does, bro. If I knew what it did, alright, fine, bet I'd say that shit, but I don't even know what it does. Alright, bro, you got it. I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna say no, but shit, I don't know, bro. Alright, so let's get into it. So then up next is Ningen 117 on Discord. He says, nah, it would be an instant kill. Wow. Creditless as fuck, man. This nigga telling me that Metalbat's bug god level. Fuck out of here, man. Resurrected Orochi on Discord says, if you want to use the beating he took from Carnage Kabuto in the VGS, maybe. But I'm sure much more than his ribcage would be broken from a tackle. That's implying a lot. I'm not saying that Metalbat and Garou that he's been through all this shit are going to be a similar level of durability and shit like that, but I don't know, bro. Y'all niggas making Metalbat to seem super fragile and shit. I don't know about all that shit, bro. Alright, now let's go to the first YouTube comment. And it's Gums Gang on YouTube. He says, Metalbat getting popped Bug God style. Fuck out of here, bro. What the fuck is all this hate, my nigga? What the fuck, man? Relax with the hate. Relax with the hate. On the YouTube poll, Moose Lee says Metalbat needs to get damaged to get his fighting spirit, and we all know what happened to Bug God from a light tap by Darkshine. Nigga, so remember when Bug God tanked a healthy punch from Hero Hunter Garou to his solar plexus like nothing? Metalbat was taking all kinds of hits, bitch. All kinds of hits, bro. It's not the same shit. And sure, we can argue he's much stronger, it's fine with it, but the culmination of what Metalbat took before reaching Garou was still significant. So we can't act like him fighting Garou was just nothing, or he got to that point by not going through some stuff. By definition, fighting spirit would have only turned on if he was using it. So But I get what he's saying. It's not like niggas aren't providing evidence. It's just that I think you're disregarding the evidence for Metalbat. So for example, let's hop back up to the Discord poll. to the Discord portion. And next is Gooseman. So Gooseman, Feastman, same person. I guess he just entered Discord as well. He says, what Resurrected Orochi says. He could probably take maybe 1 or 2 punches, but we've yet to see how far his fighting spirit can buff him. I presume there'd be a cutoff point eventually. Alright, 1. So I'd wager Metal Bat's skeleton would at some point be physically incapable of letting him continue to stand and fight. Okay. It's acceptable because now, the second part at least, because now we're talking like into the more of the mechanics or like the actual logistics of like how it happens. And we have to be careful because it's a manga. An anime. It's not some other shit where like we have to be realistic to a certain extent and, you know, hold our realism to disbelief at a certain point. You know, be able to accept disbelief. So how do I put this? I don't believe that he can have infinite power. I don't believe that he can go to have an infinite level of power boosts, right? So yes, we're gonna. There should be a limit to how much stronger Metal Bat should get. But it's. The question is it wrong to say that he could get to a level similar to Boros? That seems crazy, right? He's like, that's too crazy. I'm not talking about emulating the same capabilities of Boros. I'm talking about the skills that Metal Bat has. Would they be able to compete up against a person like Boros? Because that's the pinnacle of what we've seen outside of Saitama, right? So that's the question. If that's our extreme, because an extreme has to be within like the realm of like measurement, or else it wouldn't be an extreme. It would be something that's immeasurable, and there's nobody in the series who's immeasurable besides Saitama. So we exclude him from a lot of things. So within the realm of like minuscule to extreme, that's measurable. The extreme being Boros. That's the highest that we've seen. And the minimal can be, it's ambiguous. It's like any fodder thing, whatever. We obviously know he's not that. We're not comparing the minimal qualities of Metal Bat. We're comparing the extremes. How far should fighting spirit push you? We can agree because we understand that the more damage that he takes, the stronger he'll get. We can also agree that fighting Saitama, he would lose. If Saitama single punched him, he would lose. So we have an agreement that like, if you have an excessive amount of force, you can one-shot Metal Bat. It can happen. Metal Bat can be one-shot. The argument is, what's a conceivable or an acceptable threshold for that? Because you're not going to tell me Goketsu can one-shot Metal Bat. I don't see it happening. The punch that he did to the stadium, I don't see it happening. Sure, it's uncharacteristic, but it's not like this individual wasn't built up to already be able to fight monsters like this. I'll say it once, I'll say it twice, I'll say it 100 times. When Metal Bat confronted Elder Centipede, there was not a single thing, a single feeling, nothing alluded to the fact that Metal Bat would just lose. Nothing made it seem that way. It seemed like Metal Bat was going to put up a tough-ass fight, and if anything, be a strong or significant nuisance, or maybe even insignificant, maybe a minuscule, wherever you want to put it, but he was going to be a problem for Elder Centipede, where Elder Centipede was going to have to like attend to him and not let Metal Bat just be around. Sure, we didn't see that in the very beginning, but Metal Bat was showing those signs that, you know, he was actually doing the dragon thrashing attack or whatever, how Elder Centipede had to move out of the way whenever he came through. Like, we saw the signs that Elder Centipede wasn't stupid, and he saw that Metal Bat was a person to be aware of. So that's all that I'm implying, that by saying that, oh, Garou at the time period body that nigga, which isn't true. By saying that like Bug God would destroy this nigga because Garou had a tough time with him. Not true. None of these things are consistent like on the long scale basis. Garou put in work back then, but he also almost lost the fight at the end, while Metal Bat's fighting spirit kept getting boosted up. Bug God. Metal Bat was popping buildings. Metal Bat hit the ground in a building crack, and then all the cars around them jumped up. Don't tell me that like he doesn't have power. That's not consistent. That's not true. That doesn't like that's not what we're seeing. That's not what we saw. That's not there. Sure, Metal Bat may have excuse me. Sure, or Bug God may have like a threshold of like being popped or destroyed. That's much higher than like, let's say it's even higher than the building thing, right? Where he's splashing the buildings down. It's not gonna be that much higher than that. It's gonna be where like if Metal Bat did that slam on Bug God's on the ground, or Bug God's getting back up, but like severely damaged. That hit isn't like a playtime hit. It's not. So I don't mean to hop on Phoenix like that because we got a lot more niggas to get to, but like I'm simply saying that like my argument is that we can agree that Metal Bat can't infinitely increase his power, and we can agree that Metal Bat should be able to be one shot if the individual is strong enough with the first punch. So if there's so much excessive force, his durability shouldn't be able to just match it. What I'm saying is that the threshold for either of those, the threshold for how long he could fight, a threshold for like how high fighting spirit can get. First of all, that threshold is like there's nothing to imply anything. We don't have any information. The only thing that I actually like been rereading, I've gotten more hints about and like I'm more suspicious about is that fighting spirit actually hops up a lot quicker than what I thought. Rereading the Metal Bat fight, it wasn't that long. It was a full fight. It was a good fight. It was almost like the 126 fight with Garou. It was about like that much content. Maybe page lengths differ, maybe like panel amounts differ, but like just the feel of the fight and the actions, it's about the same. Maybe a little bit more, a small amount more, but it's about the same. And he jumped up dramatically. He was already going to be able to face a dragon and not die in a single hit. But then he took on Garou in a full-on combat, which is acceptable. We're not comparing that level of Garou to Dragon or Centipede. We obviously know that it's specialities, differences in capabilities, fighting tactics, how they go about things. A huge gargantuan behemoth and a small hand-to-hand individual fighter are going to deal damage in a lot of different ways and be effective in a lot of different ways. Not to say that Garou wasn't as effective as Elder Centipede, because we know he wasn't, but he was still effective. So the point that I'm making is that if he was able to confront Elder Centipede, and he was able to fight Garou, and we've seen like that extent of time from the demons, the sledge thingy, I forgot the guy's name, and like Senior Centipede or whatever. All that really wasn't that much. It wasn't that much, and it wasn't that much time. And he didn't take that much damage along that way to do during those events. He took hits, but he wasn't getting like murdered. It was in the Garou fight where he started to take a lot of fucking hits. So I don't think that we actually have an accurate or any sense of how high Metal Bat's fighting spirit can get. I don't think anything alludes to that at all whatsoever. Besides the fact that the fights were pretty quickly and he leveled up pretty quickly as well. To the point where he was about to one-shot Garou at the end of the fight. The threshold for how much damage he should take, we agree Saitama, I don't agree with Goketsu. And I'm making that like distinguish of like that high dragon on purpose. That like an individual as strong, as physically and martially capable as Goketsu could not one-shot Metal Bat. The Stadium Punch will not take out Metal Bat, in my opinion. Let's keep pushing what y'all niggas think. Phoenix also adds that receiving damage giving you a buff is fine, but at some point your body will just not be able to function. That's the durability concept, yeah. How long will the body last while fighting spirit's increasing? I guess that would be the direct correlative factor to how high fighting spirit can go. It's as long, it could probably go as high as like your body's willing to like take it. So, and I'm not trying to imply that like if he gets a certain level of strength because he's taking so much damage, and like he throws a punch and all his arm breaks. That could be the case. I'm just saying that like there's so much damage that he's taking that like it doesn't matter if he actually regains the power of Boros. That like if he takes one hit, he may not be able to like do it. But at the same time, what if their ability is being increased along with fighting spirit, endurance and shit like that? I don't think it's inconceivable to believe that, especially when he slaps himself on his head like that. Maybe that was lowering his. It wasn't a big enough hit to lower his health, but like I think you get what I'm saying. That like maybe fighting spirit increases more than just his offensive capabilities. Maybe his defensive capabilities and stamina also increases as well. Keeping it pushing though. Let's head to the YouTube portion. All right. So Sean 54321 or 3213 was good, my nigga Sean. I don't think I seen you in the section, or you may have been in the section before. Sean says, honestly, Darkshine wouldn't even need to use a tackle to KO Metal Bat. That no-named tackle did noticeably more damage and destruction against Garou than Orochi's punch did to a weaker Garou. Cause he blocked it! He blocked it! What do you mean? That tackle caused Garou to evolve further. We wouldn't be talking to the nigga right now if we hadn't seen what happened. No, I'm gonna make a video about that. What was Garou's biggest jump? Because I think his biggest jump, good shit, Sean. That statement is wrong enough to be controversial. I has to be after the Royal Ripper confrontation because he took on Rover, Psychos, and Orochi right after that successfully. Successfully, probably the wrong word to use. Competently lost to them. Like that word, competent. You're like, you're able to do it. Like, oh shit, nigga. I could lose to them niggas. Yeah, I could, nigga. What the fuck? Alright. He also says, the tackle caused Garou to evolve further near Death Zenkai boost from getting his whole ribcage destroyed. Which we didn't see. There was no Zenkai boost in between that. No, there was no Zenkai boost there. And the Super Alloy Bazooka caused Garou to straight up break his limiter. 100%. I don't think that caused him to break his limiter. I think the fight in general was helping propel his limiter break. This all has to be a consequence of running events. Because Pooty's right there. He wakes up and he does all these things. Like, unless we're saying that him fighting Darkshine one-on-one head-on is that much more of a greater obstacle than fighting Rover, Garou, and Orochi back-to-back, then this can't be true. And because I don't think that, I agree, it can't be true. Like, from when he woke up against Pooty to when he encountered Darkshine, he did not grow more than when he woke up, beat Royal Ripper, all them niggas, the Unihorn and Showerhead and them boys, and then Rover and them and the rest of the thing. Like, that was a bigger line of growth. We could even argue that we were seeing what he already had, but we were getting signs of growth already. Like the hole, like in his stomach, in his thing, maybe that's endurance. It's just a difficult. Like I said, bro, I'm gonna make a video about it because this is wrong enough to be controversial. All right. In spite of all this, Garou still hasn't even scratched Darkshine, despite using the same technique that caused Rover to sit, and Murata confirmed the stronger than the cross dragon thing. It's stronger than the technique that broke EC's shell. Yeah, you're right, he hasn't hurt him, but he has forced him to use his full capabilities. Not gonna lie, Sean, your argument isn't weak. It's just, I think you're pointing out things that aren't the principal reason as to why it should be that way. But I agree, like, he hasn't hurt Darkshine this entire fight. He's just been flipping him and slamming him down, just like Bang did, and that wasn't how Bang beat him. I don't know about the Rover attack, though. He is stronger, so most of this attack that matches the bazooka should be stronger than the Rover attack. But he also says, compare all this to Metalback getting thrashed by Hero Hunter Garou. Metalback getting clapped by Darkshine, low diff. Nah. I was the one mentioning the Garou, Rover, Orochi example, not you. And I think that's his biggest credit. That was when we saw the biggest things. That's when we saw the combination of the largest, most destructive amount of attacks. So if you're saying Darkshine's presentation has been really impressive, that's fine. But it's not more impressive than Rover, so it's not more impressive than Orochi's. And it's about as impressive as not. No, it's more impressive than Garou. It is. By far. More impressive than Garou. So, and he's stronger while he's doing it, too. So, we could bring up the argument that, you know, two higher level fighters are going to, you know, more damage may, more offensive power may cause less damage visibly because they're such a high level. They can handle it, tank it, deal with it however they think. Sure. Let's accept that thinking. Still doesn't overcome the fact that other people did more to Garou and Darkshine didn't do as much as them. So to say that Garou's gotten to this level because of Darkshine, I think is overstating the reason as to why Garou is just strong right now. It all comes full circle because I'm not implying that Garou can't. I'm not implying that Metalback can take everything that Garou tanked with the Orochi situation. But that is the pinnacle. And this is a step less than that. And this is why I think this conversation about Darkshine's feats is more of a free, less connected example because he has less connections with other heroes. He has less connections with others' displays of power. Like, to be 100% honest with you, it's difficult. Do you guys think that Garou could do what Metal Bat did? Punch the ground and crack half a building, throw cards up in the air? We've seen destructiveness. It's not crazy to see him be able to put out defensive or destructive capability. And DC isn't everything, sure. You know, martial techniques, precision attacks may be as destructive, if not more destructive, or excuse me, effective than DC based attacks. That's fine. That's fine. But we're talking about in this particular situation. Metal Bat has a weapon that's effective. Even Metal Bat, even Garou himself said that he had trouble whenever deflecting and dealing with those things just in general. Even though he was deflecting them, he was still getting hurt doing that. So, I guess my argument against you is that, like, I don't have enough pictures to prove that you could take down Metal Bat in enough time to not have him overcome the issues. Like, Darkshine isn't taking down Garou. That tackle didn't take him down. He just walked right through that. And this is another tank like that. Don't get me wrong, Metal Bat isn't as much of a tank as Garou is. But this is there's no other label that you could give Metal Bat besides tank. The power of Fighting Spirit is by definition a power that has to have the quality of a tank associated with it. So I don't believe that that Darkshine can take out Metal Bat before he'd start boosting up Fighting Spirit. It's especially with this cocky attitude. I don't want to put personality into it, so I'll leave that alone. But alright. Good shit, Sean. Let's push it on to Spectra A. Spectra says, Darkshine one-shots high demons casually. Metal Bat would need a lot of Fighting Spirit to stand his ground against Darkshine. That means taking damage. He might not come back from the first attack, though. Can Metal Bat tank one strike? If he can, then he's got a chance, I guess. In the VGS audiobook, he sounded like he eventually could have taken down Carnage Kabuto. So what's the limit of Fighting Spirit? I have to pick facts over speculation for now and give it to Darkshine. I haven't leaned on the whole Carnage Kabuto situation because it's not a visual one drawn in the manga. It's a VGS one. It's not any less canon though. It's true. He did fight Metal Bat, he did fight Carnage Kabuto without the use of Fighting Spirit because the VGS couldn't reproduce it, and he managed. So this is what I'm talking about. We could use it. I could say that, like, if he's fighting somebody who's as physically capable as Carnage Kabuto, then by far, for a fact, Metal Bat isn't beating, Darkshine isn't one-shotting him. For a fact. It took Darkshine his full power 15 minutes to deal with Kabuto. And while that's as impressive as anything that we've seen in a really long time, or for most niggas hand-to-hand wise, I don't think that correlates to him one-shotting Metal Bat. To me, the fact that Metal Bat could deal with him, that correlates with, like, Metal Bat being able to fight regardless because of his fighting abilities, even without Fighting Spirit. He's just a good fighter. He's that. A lot of it is his mentality, along with his power. So, I'll accept it, but your boy says, oh, hell no. That Super Idol Bazooka would easily kill Metal Bat on impact. Crazy as fuck, bro. Crazy as shit. He'd get straight bug-godded. Bug-godded by it. It's like stupid. Hell, that tackle Darkshine did against Garou probably would have done him in too. See, you see, this is textbook slander, my nigga. Fuck out of here, bro. All right, let's keep it pushing all the way up to the Discord response. Ordy Gang or Gum says no nigga, he's getting popped. Haji says if he survived Carnage Kabuto for 3 minutes without Fighting Spirit, sure he can. Tell them fucking twice. Tell them fucking twice. This is a new commenter. I believe he joined a few days ago. He's a webcomic reader. Draglogia 5. What's up, bro? Welcome. I hope that your thing doesn't have any webcomic spoilers. If it is, you're getting banned. He says, "This is what the fuck, nigga. This shit long as hell, bro. What the fuck?" Yes, nigga. He says, "I believe Metal Bat can hold his own against Darkshine to the point he could beat Darkshine in a fight. I have said this before. I believe Metal Bat is one of the most underrated characters due to a lot of people are have to see it to believe it type. You mean fact checkers? Can't blame them niggas, bro. Metal Bat is one of the low-key, we push panels. Metal Bat is one of the low-key strongest characters due to being able to survive attacks that could or should have killed him." Okay, so it's tank status you're talking about. During the fight with Garou, Metal Bat had multiple fractured bones and was still able to keep going. Agreed. In the virtual genocide system, VGS, he put my tail back. Metal Bat states if he had his fighting spirit during his fight with Carnage Kabuto in his Carnage mode, he would have done better. Which implies he survived Carnage Assault for 3 minutes without fighting spirit. And if he can do that, he can survive at least one attack from Darkshine and get back up. That's mine 100%. Summarize everything I was saying a moment ago in a few words. Good job. Also, One himself said that Metal Bat wasn't bullshitting when Metal Bat said he could take care of it. I told you, bruh! I told her! Tell you no, bro! Metal Bat said he's gonna take on a dragon, bitch! Metal Bat, oh, that's EC? Metal Bat was like, hey, hold on. Oh, that's EC, huh? That's EC, huh? Oh, alright, bet. What you doing? I'm gonna set that nigga, bro. Hold on, let me fix the camera, though. Alright, bet. We in there, right? We cool. Yeah, bro, like, we gonna stop with all that shit, bro. That shit about to stop, man. Yeah, my boy could have fought EC. Yeah, my boy could have fought EC, nigga. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, he could take care of a dragon level threat. That and one stating the situation against the Monster Association would have changed if Metal Bat was around. 100%. Which implies having Metal Bat in the raid arc alone could have made a big difference. With all that being said, just the nature of the fighting spirit and one confirming Metal Bat can beat a dragon level and implying Metal Bat would have made a big difference for the S-Class hero if he were there for them. I would say Metal Bat would have potential to beat a character like Darkshine or any of the Cosmics. He says, what do you think? Am I crazy? Hop in the comment section and let us know if Draglogia 5 is crazy. Probably crazy, but not about this. Yeah, a few niggas talking shit. Sato says, Sato laughing, Ningen laughing. Resurrected says, you're just crazy. Joey says, I respect his opinion. Joey, gay. Alright, let's see. Alright, so Kelp says, this is Kelp from Discord. He says that VGS thing implies characters with strength that far exceeds Metal Bat's can take him out easily. Nini? Before he can tap into fighting spirit. Plus in his wow, if he fought Carnage mode and Carnage Kabuto in Carnage mode for 3 minutes, how does that imply that? He literally what? How does that imply that, bro? That VGS thing implies characters with strength that far exceed Metal Bat can take him out easily. The only example we have of that is Saitama in the manga wise. But you're saying the VGS. Before he can tap into fighting spirit, the VGS says, as I just pointed out, so. Plus in his fight against Garou, Garou was toying with him and gradually boosting his fighting spirit. Just because Garou's like talking shit doesn't mean he's toying with him, bro. Like, no, no, bro. That nigga even complimented him at the end of the fight, bro. No. In response to this, Resurrected Orochi says, shit, I guess he could eventually beat Flashy and ninjas with enough fighting spirit without immediately getting his head cut off. No comment. Kelp. I don't doubt Metal Bat can take out a dragon. Probably just Bakuzan. Fucking Credulous, bro. Niggas is fucking credulous. Bro, what the fuck, dog? Like, let's keep pushing. Next we have from our YouTube comment section, Jafid Ayman. He says, even if Darkshine held back in the beginning, he would see that Metal Bat was getting stronger as the fight progressed and proceeded to one-shot him like he tried to do with Garou. You think after fighting Spirit he could still one-shot him? You're crazy as fuck. You're crazy as fuck, Jafid. Astoria says, if Darkshine goes all out in the beginning, then obviously not. What? But if Darkshine holds back a ton and flicks Metal Bat around for a while, Metal Bat could maybe eventually step up to him. But you know how disrespectful that shit is, right? Hey, somebody slap this nigga, bro. What the fuck? David Boots 1 says, Garou at this point has evolved so far beyond Metal Bat that it's almost sad. And Darkshine turned his ribcage into a jigsaw puzzle with one tackle. Fuck out of here, man. It's just sad. You just haven't seen this nigga, bitch. What if the next time we see Metal Bat, he out there facing fucking like on a Orochi type nigga, bitch? I don't want. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I don't even gotta use hypotheticals for this shit, bro. Credulous. Old Shank X was going, nigga. He says, I would say yes, but he would have been even more damaged than he was against Elder Centipede, and he would be right on the edge of passing out. That tank top tackle would have been the thing that got him to that point, and we don't know if Darkshine could bend break his back. My nigga, do you know what type of disrespectful that shit is, bro? My nigga, bro, we just spent 30 minutes of niggas talking shit about Metal Bat, and nobody said a thing about breaking it. Yo, what the fuck? Man, that's so disrespectful, bro. Yo, bend and break his back so he could use it to block some shots as well. What the fuck? You're tripping! Oh shit. Justice99 says anyone who underrated Metal Bat is a fucking idiot. End of story. And we should fucking end the video like that. I think we can, but we have like one or two more comments to address. I'm not sure if it's from any new people though. I think everybody's already commented. I think that's about it. The last thing that Vip have, our typesetter for Manga Dex, says, damn, y'all credulous. A limited strength Metal Bat is soloing Goku. Credulous! Yo. Look, man. Fuck, dog. I already laid out my argument. If he can fight Kabuto when he's in Carnage mode without fighting Spirit for 3 minutes, we know that he's able to combat high-level fighting capabilities acceptably. So that I think that justifies my statement about him being able to compete with a guy like Oketsu. Fighting Spirit in hand, in tow, we know he's not getting one-shotted. We know his ability is high enough to do that. With Fighting Spirit in tow, the more damage he's taking, the higher the damage, the higher the jump scale has to be. We can also probably agree that like the amount or the limit to the growth of Fighting Spirit, so like the rate of increase, I think we can call it delta, like in physics, delta is a change in velocity. So so the delta of his Fighting Spirit is probably directly correlated to like his actual durability, like not endurance, but like his actual durability. Nah, it has to be endurance, not durability. Endurance is how much he can take. Durability is like how much is required to begin, I guess, to begin doing damage. Dictionary that bitch. Dictionary that bitch. But you get what I'm saying. You get my argument. Yeah, man. I think Metal Bat will be able to tank, or is not one-shottable by anybody underneath Goketsu. And I think that Metal Bat's Fighting Spirit would jump up tremendously, much more than the average person thinks in a reread aspect. And I encourage you guys to always reread every single video I do. Just reread whatever you do, reread the video or the topic that I'm talking about, reread it. That's the best way to engage. That's the best way to like for me to have you come back and like talk more and whatever like that. It's better for all of us. You get a better understanding. Cause my personal gripe is when you get content creators that whenever they make videos, they're telling you something as if it's that. When you and I both know 100% that this is all subjective. There's no concreteness besides what the author literally says. So when you got fucking Nux Taku telling you that fucking like Meliodas and these guys are this strong, and that strong, and they did it because this, and that, read it for yourself and see the context to it, because people take things out of context, people remove information, and I don't like to do that. That's why my explanations take longer. That's why it may seem like I'm rambling sometimes, but I'm trying to really articulate every single possible detail, every single possible loophole, and other different ways that it can be contradicted or like reevaluated, so I can bring out the best possible point for you to make the best possible sense for you, and that you can like follow that logic back and continue the logic onward till like its conclusions. That's why when I say crazy shit or niggas call me crazy, it's no, like I've thought about that shit, take into account a lot of things, and I'm like, that makes sense to me. Like Genos, like don't tell me Genos is weak. You cannot tell me Genos is weak. That's not a thing to me. Like, and I can prove it to you. But prove to me that Metal Bat will lose in the comment section below. See y'all boys tomorrow. Yeah, sorry for the delay. Or I'm not sorry. Murata, bro. It's supposed to come out tomorrow, so hopefully we'll get it. Yo ho ho!